Dr. Stranger America Chavez, Xochitl Gomez, a teen who can go between aspects by punching open entryways, and a rendition of Stephen Odd, Benedict Cumberbatch, a neurosurgeon who turned into an expert of the spiritualist expressions following a profession finishing auto-crash, are pursued by a devil in the space between universes while looking for the Book of Vishanti. That unusual is killed, and Chavez incidentally makes a gateway that transports herself and Peculiar's carcass to Earth 616, where that universe's variant of Bizarre salvages Chavez from one more evil spirit with assistance from the magician preeminent, Wong, Benedict Wong, the magician incomparable of Earth 616, and Odd's guide and companion. Chavez makes sense of that the creatures are hunting her, since she has the ability to go through the multiverse. She can't control her powers, and it shows just when she is truly scared. Chavez says that the other abnormal arrived at the Book of Vishanti, which would give him the powers to overcome the evil presence. However, that is the point at which the devil found them and killed Peculiar. Chavez shows them the dead Bizarre's cadaver as verification. Perceiving black magic runes, Weird counsels Wanda Maximoff, Elizabeth Olsen. A previous Vindicator denounced any kind of authority who can outfit mayhem wizardry, take part in clairvoyance and supernatural power, and modify reality. For Help, however, understands that she is liable for the assaults. In the wake of getting the Darkhold, the book of the curse that defiles everybody, and turning into the Red Witch, Maximoff accepts that controlling Chavez's powers will permit her to rejoin by going to an alternate universe where they are as yet buzzing with Billy, Julian Hilliard, and Tommy, Jet Klein, the youngsters she made during her time in Westview. Maximoff gives a final offer to give up Chavez by dusk. At the point when Weird won't give up Chavez, Maximoff assaults Kamartaj, killing numerous magicians. Under pressure, Chavez incidentally moves herself and Weird to Earth 838, from where she cannot return as she cannot handle her powers. Chavez herself doesn't have a partner in some other universe, while Maximoff utilizes the Darkhold to dreamwalk, extending her cognizance into her substitute from some other universe, assuming command over her Earth 838 partner, who carries on with a rural existence with her own Billy and Tommy. An enduring sorceress penances herself to obliterate the Darkhold and break the fantasy walk. Infuriated, Maximoff powers Wong to lead her to Mount Wundagore, the wellspring of the Darkhold's power, to restore the fantasy walk. There Maximoff understands that Wundagore is a lofty position that has been hanging tight for her appearance. She was intended to run all the multiverses. While looking for help, Unusual and Chavez are caught by Earth 838's magician preeminent, Carl Mordo, Chiwetel Ejiofor. In this universe, Peculiar passed on attempting to shield the Earth from Thanos, and brought before the Illuminati a gathering comprising of Mordo, Peggy Carter, Chief Carter, Haley Atwell, Blackagar Boltagon, Darkbolt, Anson Mount, Maria Rambo, Commander Wonder, Lashana Lynch, Reed Richards, John Krasinski, an individual from the Phenomenal Four, and Charles Xavier, Patrick Stewart. They make sense of that through careless utilization of their universe's Darkhold trying to overcome Thanos. Earth 838's Odd set off a universe-obliterating invasion. When limits between two universes are obscured, they impact obliterating one of both of the universes. In the wake of overcoming Thanos, they tracked down the Book of Vishanti and utilized its powers to kill Thanos. The Illuminati executed their Bizarre to keep him from hurting more. Dr. Stranger America Chavez, Xochitl Gomez, a teen who can go between aspects by punching open entryways, and a rendition of Stephen Odd, Benedict Cumberbatch, a neurosurgeon who turned into an expert of the spiritualist expressions following a profession finishing auto-crash, are pursued by a devil in the space between universes while looking for the Book of Vishanti. That unusual is killed, and Chavez incidentally makes a gateway that transports herself and Peculiar's carcass to Earth 616, where that universe's variant of Bizarre salvages Chavez from one more evil spirit with assistance from the magician preeminent, Wong, Benedict Wong, the magician incomparable of Earth 616, and Odd's guide and companion. Chavez makes sense of that the creatures are hunting her, since she has the ability to go through the multiverse. She can't control her powers, and it shows just when she is truly scared. Chavez says that the other abnormal arrived at the Book of Vishanti, which would give him the powers to overcome the evil presence. However, that is the point at which the devil found them and killed Peculiar. Chavez shows them the dead Bizarre's cadaver as verification. Perceiving black magic runes, Weird counsels Wanda Maximoff, Elizabeth Olsen. A previous Vindicator denounced any kind of authority who can outfit mayhem wizardry, take part in clairvoyance and supernatural power, and modify reality. For Help, however, understands that she is liable for the assaults. In the wake of getting the Darkhold, the book of the curse that defiles everybody, and turning into the Red Witch, Maximoff accepts that controlling Chavez's powers will permit her to rejoin by going to an alternate universe where they are as yet buzzing with Billy, Julian Hilliard, and Tommy, Jet Klein, the youngsters she made during her time in Westview.